In this video we're going to be taking a look at some tips for assault. Now we're playing Brenner Pass, but these tips can be used for any map. The map doesn't matter. So we're playing 4v4, and the easiest way to play 4v4 is when you're in the lobby and you're talking with your teammates. The easiest thing is to delegate out what unit everybody wants to focus primarily on. You want to have each of every unit in the command chain out on the field. And in this particular situation, Superman's going to focus on tanks primarily, Chicken on riflemen and a gunship for scouting, Article's going to focus on artillery, and I'm going to focus on transports. So we've got every unit in the command chain here, and this helps because everybody can focus on their particular unit and their job that comes with that unit. So therefore, since I'm transports, I'm going to focus primarily on taking out any gunship that gets close to the tanks or the artillery. I'm not going to worry about trying to attack any other unit besides gunships in the beginning. Tanks are going to focus on transports. If you can knock out transports early on, then gunships can come in and have a free swipe at tanks hanging out in the middle or artillery pieces. What you want to do when you're playing 4v4 is everybody has to not think about themselves and work together as a team, keep constant communication going on, and the most important unit out on the field for either team has got to be the artillery pieces. They're just devastating. They do a lot of damage, and if you can keep them alive for a long period of time, they're going to get plenty of kills. So everybody has to not think about themselves and how many kills they can get. Your primary job should be to protect the artillery as long as possible to give your team the best possibility of winning. Now this is an assault match, and you may say, well, why do we have one person that has two riflemen out on the field? What good are they going to do? And we're playing the Europeans on this map, and they have supports. They have airstrikes. We have no supports. So what the riflemen are going to be able to do is they're going to sneak around. It may take them a while to get in place, but as you see, what Chicken's doing up in the north end is he's actually almost to Foxtrot, and he's going to try to sneak in there and take away their uplinks and grab them, which gives us more points, which we could use for electronic warfare. And because he is getting points, he's the primary electronic warfare guy. So if we have a target that needs EW, we can call it out to him and he'll EW it because he's getting points and taking up links. And what we're going to try to do is take away the only things that are giving them an advantage in this map, which is airstrikes. So we're going to take away all their airstrikes and make this a level playing field for us. So that's why we have riflemen on the field. Most teams will bring engineers to upgrade and to protect the base. Since it is an assault match, engineers are good to have in a base, especially near your artillery, because it protects against all the armor. But just as I've talked about several times in conquest mode, engineers can do nothing against riflemen that's walking in on them. So as you see, at this point in the game, we've taken all their airstrikes away from them. They actually had the same idea, which they were going to try to walk their guys to Delta and try to grab Delta. But we saw it and we jumped on it quickly in order to stop it. Now, sometimes assault games turn into, kind of hit and run type games. If you have some high ranking units that have special attacks and you've got a gunship out on the field that has those special attacks, it's a good thing to, kind of run into the danger zone, drop your special attack, and then kind of run back before any of your health is taken off if you can get in that quickly. Our original plan for this match was to kind of take Zulu and work our way forward to their deployment zone. We're kind of deep into their deployment zone right now, and once you're at that point, everything that the enemy drops off, you can just kind of surround it, and it makes it very difficult for the enemy to ever, gain an upper hand back. If you do have a lot of low-ranking units out on the field, your chances of winning in an assault match, kind of diminish when you're playing against other high-ranking units. But on the flip side of that, assault is the best way to rank your units up quickly because they get a lot of action. They usually down a few units before they go down, and a lot of the times, especially artillery, it gets to stay out on the field for long periods of time. So this is a good way for somebody to rank up their artillery if they need to. Another thing about special attacks in assault mode is, it's good when you see the opportunity to go ahead and use your special attacks as soon as possible. This way your specials are recharging, and you can use them multiple times in the game, whereas if you just wait around for that perfect opportunity to use it, you may end up waiting too late. So once you're in a good position, then you can bring out on the field whatever it is that you need to rank up. Of course, you need to talk about it with your teammates. Just the most important thing to remember when playing assault matches and any type of matches when you're playing with 3 other teammates is constant communication. Constant letting your guys know what's going on the field, what they're deploying, and who needs to be where. If you're a tank and you need extra transport beside you, tell the buddy that you're with, hey, I need transport on my unit, whatever number you have. So that is basically it. Communication is the key. Artillery is the key to winning an assault. And being sneaky, taking their bases and taking away every advantage that they have in the game.